They're going to go, what happened to your fingers? I'm live. Hello, everybody. It's Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. And today I'm going to do Dirty Dozen, but instead of making it into postcards or artist trading cards, I'm going to do a page in a journal. In my bag, I had 3 types of paper. I had a sketch pad, a mixed media pad, and a pastel pad. And I've already started this one as a mixed media journal pages. So I'm just going to do a page. These are some I did last year. So we'll flip to another page that feels like there's 2 there, but I guess it's because I just have so much attached to that page. So that'll be where we start. I'll put a piece of wax paper in here to kind of protect the rest of the journal. Hi, Janet. Hi, Mina. Hi, Shelly. So I'm just going to go through what I had in my bag and kind of set it aside as I go. Let me move my water here. I put a piece of the Protect Your Floor down on the table because this is my good dining room table and I don't want to get anything on it. So let's just go through this stuff. I've got some metallic watercolors. This tin has mostly words, but then there's like some eyes and glasses. It's just some little bits of cutout stuff that I have in here. That might work for a quote later on. Those glasses back in there. A couple little sketches I did one weekend when we were down here. I've got blank artist trading cards there. We're probably not going to use those. I'll slide them back in their pocket here on my bag. All right, and then here is just a basic sketch set, if I remember right. Yeah, it's got some charcoals, graphite pencil. That's a pastel pencil. Most of these are graphites or pastels. Okay, so that's there. Just going through, and then we'll do stuff. And then in here, this is a pencil box that I cannot seem to open. Watch, I'm probably trying to open it the wrong way. And it's got colored pencils in it. They actually say memory. Hi, Trace. Hi, Violet. I think I got everybody out. Hey, Brittany. Then I've got, these are more colored pencils, but these are the kind that have like different colors in each pencil. So depending on what angle you're using them, they add color. I've got a couple Sharpies and a Papermate and a Posca, Bic type pen and a gold pen. This, I don't even remember what all I had in here. Okay, I've got some little paint brushes, and these are watercolors as well. So that's neat. Some more watercolors. Oil pastels. This is, I think, watercolors as well. My fingers have split from washing them so much, so that's why I got Band-Aids on. I'm trying to open it upside down, aren't I? Yep. No, these are ink tints. Ink tints colored there. This is a little satchel that Janet made me. This was in my bag, and it's got all sorts of things in the pockets. It's an envelope thing. So we could go through this and see what all's in here. There's papers and napkin pieces. Looks like some coffee and tea dyed. Oh, deli paper. This is her little note, I bet. I have made a little something to say thank you. Thank you, Janet. So that can stay in there. That way I'll remember who gave me this. So the little bits from Janet. And then I had bought one of Shannon Green's little covers, and I had seen Vicki Ross had a bunch of little bits in there. So I just put some painty papers in here. And some random napkin and that kind of stuff. And this little keeper is perfect to put, you know, some smaller pieces in that you can like put in your art bag if you're like to take art with you when you travel. And then in here, got some glue. We probably won't use these, but there's some flowers that I had made. Some sparkle glaze. That was to make marks with paint, but I don't have any regular paint with me. Some stubs to blend with. There's another marker. And I put that brush in there to use with the super glaze. Some paint chips. And those flowers. And then in this little tin, I have more stubs. So that's blending stubs. All right. So we could use that to trace circles if we wanted to. It's just one of those that goes from different sizes. All right, so we're gonna do Dirty Dozen, or we can do just 10 prompts. We'll just see how it goes. So if you guys think about what I just listed, I'm gonna get you guys to call stuff out. And if you can't remember everything, I'll just grab something. So let me get a piece of paper to write down the prompts we use. All right. Here listening as I am driving home, cannot type. Gotcha, Mary. They cracked from washing so much because I'm using gripper and I'm using paint and I'm using all different kinds of products. I try to clean in between so I don't contaminate the next product. And my fingers just popped open. It's just disgusting. So I've got them covered. All right. Isn't that neat? We'll have to try to look at that and see how Janet made that. All right. Oh dear, Kathy, I hope you feel better. All right. So I think the first thing we need to do is add some color. So do you guys want me to use colored pencils or watercolors? I think that's all I have that I can add color besides paper. So I was thinking colored pencils could be our first one. So oh, Kendra, I'm so sorry you're back in the hospital. That stinks. And I still haven't mailed your napkins because between getting ready to come down here and then being here, I totally forgot to bring them with me. It would be easier for me to mail from down here, but all right, so I'm going to add color to the page. Add color, and I'm going to use colored pencils. And for fun, I'm going to use the ones that have all the different colors in the tip. And we'll just see what happens. These were some I got at Hobby Lobby. And what I might do is just take them out of here and put them with the other colored pencils in the tin and get rid of this plastic, because that'd take up less room in my bag. So like this one's got yellow and looks like brown and blue. And this one's green, yellow, and lighter green. So I'm going to do this one that's the various shades of blue. And I'm just going to add some color to the page. And I don't know if you guys can hear the running, but Sally is tripping out here. I put a door back up where the door hasn't been, and she's wanting everybody to know that the door is there. The door is there. Oh my gosh, she's just crazy. And Cole is currently in the bonus room trying to keep an eye on us as we come and go to see if he can escape again. So we're on eagle eye watch, and he's not going to get out again. I don't know where he went, but wherever he went, he got really filthy. And if he was a short-haired cat, I would have given him a bath, but he's long-haired, and I didn't want to mess with trying to get him dry. Thanks, Janet. So I'm just going to go around a few times and get some color on this page. Like I said, I don't know where this is going to go because I got to use just what I have in my bag. I guess this is a good tryout to see if I've got things that are actually useful in there, or if maybe I need to try some other things. That I believe is the Fine Touch. Isn't that Hobby Lobby's brand? I think it is. And sleeping in the center bedroom after sleeping in the back bedroom with the bathroom attached last night, well, that was a real trick when I was getting up to make my bathroom runs in the night, and about ran right into the dresser because I got up and was headed straight for the bathroom, but the bathroom's not there. It's in the other room down the hall. And it was right funny. Hi, Fran on the edge. Hi, Mary. But the center bedroom, all I have left to do in there is paint the closet doors, which they're the next ones on the sawhorse. They're the kind of doors that one goes past the other. They're sliding doors. And I've got to sand them, put gripper on them, let that dry, then let paint dry, and then paint them and let that dry, and then I can put them back up. Greg's been to the gym, and now he's getting his shower so he can go to work. He'll be leaving shortly. I went to lunch with my mother-in-law and two of her friends and my sister-in-law that's married to Scott's sister. No, Scott's brother Steve. I will get it right here in a minute. All right, so that was prompt 1. I'm going to put them in here with these pencils. All right, prompt 2. Let's pull something out of Janet's thing. So whatever I pull out, I'll write down here. So let's see. You know what? Do I have glue in there? I do. I have some glue. So let's see what Janet sent me. I don't know if I can use that glue with the oh, isn't that pretty? I might save one of these out and use it as a focal image later. Let's see what else is in here. These are so pretty. I don't want to use them. Isn't that horrible? All right, let's see. Let's glue down some paper. So book paper. And I've been dropping things so much today. I don't know what is wrong. It took me forever to hang this door back. Book pages. And the only glue I have is the glue I got at Tuesday morning. I don't know how this will work, so we're going to give it a go. And I'm just going to rip this into some pieces and glue it down. Thanks, Janet, for doing the prompts for me. And What was I going to say? Man, just like that, it's gone. Of course, the other night when the cat was missing, I didn't sleep worth a hoot. So I think I might be just running on not enough sleep. Should I do big pieces or should I rip these down smaller and save some of these pieces? Let's rip them at different lengths. I'm only going to put 5 of these on here. 5 little pieces because this is a journal page. And then I can put these back in here for another project. She's even got fabric in here. Little bits of fabric too. Oh, Greg's messing with the thing. All right. So let's glue these down. I hope so, Mary T. I hope it'll be fun. Like I said, using what I have in my bag, which is making a mess everywhere. I got enough glue out here for 2 or 3 pieces. But my mother-in-law treated me and her other daughter-in-law to lunch at the Pizza Hut buffet, which I didn't know there was any freestanding Pizza Huts left open. It was okay. It wasn't Tito's. Tito's is our favorite little pizza place up in Greenville. New York style pizza. This comes out really fast. I'm trying not to squeeze it very hard. And this will be one of those cases where I probably need to go wash my hands because this stuff is super sticky. I didn't even read what this says. I just started gluing it down. So I'm sorry there's folks getting sick. I saw where they're quarantines a whole area of people. I think it was it Michigan? For the coronavirus. And I've seen several people, must have weakened immunes around here that are going out with masks on, which I don't blame them. And if I lived in Arizona or California or Washington State, I think I would wear a mask going out too, from the sounds of it. I think this glue is pretty cool. What you need, Greg?
I was looking for my gas mask bag.
Your gas mask bag?
Yeah, that green olive drab bag.
I hadn't seen it in here.
I left it in here. Hello, everyone. I'm not allowed to say much, but hello.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was my son, you guys.
Mom's like, don't say anything. They don't like you. They don't want to hear from you.
I did not say that. I said, don't say anything rude or off color, is what I said.
I responded with my dear mother by saying, all right, mother, I won't say a thing. Not a word, not a penny more, not a penny less.
Please go away. Let me get that puddle of glue up. Janet says, hi, Greg. Kathy Whitney says, hi. Hi, Kathy. Kathy says, hi, Greg. He's such a goober. He's getting ready for work. I don't know why he needs a gas mask.
No, I have something inside the gas mask bag that I need.
Well, honey, I haven't seen a gas mask bag.
You say so, Mother.
I had not seen it. You know what I do with your stuff when I find it in rooms that are not yours? I put it in a box with clothes that are going in your room, and that's where it gets in your room.
Then you make it.
Chris C said, hi, Greg. He's my card. That my kid is my card. He's a weirdo. All right, so let's add something else here. Let's add, what else should we add?
Oh yeah, you should mention that this Friday I got to make that video for that talent agency.
Oh. Well,
I'm
you
going
should do
for
that.
voice acting.
There you go. You just told them. So I don't.
See, the more you know, then the star goes across the screen.
Let's add napkin be our next next prompt. I thought I saw one with flowers. Might use some of this. Now I've never used that glue with napkin. So that'll be interesting. It's the only glue I have. So, how can I put this on here? This is a pretty napkin. Oh, and it's round. Isn't that cool? Is there another one in there that's not round that I wouldn't feel so guilty about ripping up? Let me see.
Never know, there could be one that's geometric.
Let's see what else we got in here. That one's kind of Christmassy.
Uh-oh.
That's fall. Here's a polka dots. Let's use the polka dots. Oh my goodness. That's my boy. He's crazy. All right. Let's just take and put some of this down. And since my journal's not that big, I'm only going to pull a little piece, I say, as it rips all the way down the edge. And she was sweet, and she took the backing off and everything for me. That was so sweet of you, Janet. Thank you. Put that back in the napkin pocket right there. All right, and we'll glue this napkin down the best I can. I might save the orange stripe piece for another project. Let's stick that in there. This could be very interesting, trying to get this glued down with that stuff. Might just have to put a little puddle on the page and move it around and hope I get enough down there to hold it all. I might order my dinner tonight and have it delivered. I'm down here without a car, so, and Greg's got to go to work. Holly, hi Holly. Chris says you have your dad's laugh, Greg. Our friends always say that, usually people's children, boys will kind of look more like their mothers and girls will always look like their dads. And they said that Greg is just a perfect blend of both of us, is what our friends have told us. I don't know if this is going to work like this or not. I've never done this. So if all you have is a fine line adhesive tech glue, it appears it's going to work for the napkin. It's sticking to me too. Let's see. Chris, I love your new doll that you posted on Instagram. That is the cutest little thing. We get settled, I might order one from you because they're so stinking cute. Might have to get one for me and one for my mom because my mom loves dolls. But I don't want to buy anything like that might get lost in a move at this moment in time. Does that make sense? I would hate to lose her in a move. think Scott and I are going to hit up the Goodwill clearance bins next Saturday after we vote. We're going to go thrifting, I think. Oh, Lucia's here. Hi, Lucia. I've been trying to just pop into people and watch a few minutes of each of y'all's videos, but I can't sit and watch and stay in a live while I'm working. So usually what I do is I'll switch to something that I can't just have y'all in the background because I want to chat or I want to come see what you're doing. So what I have to do is put something on Netflix that I've already seen that I can visualize what they're doing. Does that make sense? And that way I'm not getting distracted from what I'm supposed to be doing. But today my mother-in-law was like, oh, please come to lunch. And she's in her 90s. So I said, okay, I'll come to lunch. And then one of her friends didn't recognize me, even though she's met me before. She said, you don't look anything like that girl that was at Julia's 80th birthday. And I was like, well, I would hope I don't look the same as I did like 12 years ago. I don't know what this is going to be, you guys. We'll see. I found a house for sale in Travelers Rest that is on the road that was named after Scott's family. But the city spelt it wrong. They spelt it totally different than the family did. But it's only a 1,200 square foot house. So it's a little bit bigger than the cottage, but it's on 2 acres. So we could build me a studio and Scott a workshop. It actually has a garage and workshop on it already, but we'll see. All right, so we added a napkin, and now my fingers feel super sticky. And I got to see my sister-in-law, Scott's brother Steve. His wife Jane came too. Hi, Piper. Do you want to come say hi? They've never met you. You want to come over here? Come here, baby. Come here. You come say hi? Piper. She's like, no, I just wanted to see if somebody was here. She's been sleeping with me. All right, so got this down. I have no way to dry anything. So we are going to do, what are we going to do next? Should we add some more paper or should we do something with pencils? See, I've got these pencils. We use these. I'm going to put these aside. And I've got these memory pencils. And we could add more color with the metallics. So I'm going to say metallics is next. Let's do metallics. I have to post pictures of what? What do you want me to post pictures of? Did I miss something? The extreme glue sticks is one of the best ways. Yeah, if I had an extreme in my kit, but all I have is this liquidy stuff, that would be awesome. I got it for 99 cents at Tuesday morning. So I'm going to put metallic. Choose whether you want to do paint, markers, or whatever. Hi, Cheryl. Kitty. Piper, come here, honey. They want to see you. She's like, She has to be in the mood. You're very welcome. So this week I won't be mailing anything because I'm doing this in here. Now let's see. The big black bag has the little brushes in it, and I'll use one of those. I got these little teeny brushes to use in this travel bag, and they still have their little plasticky thing on. So I'm just going to add, let's see. I like this coppery color. I'll post a picture of Piper. I think I posted a picture on Facebook of Piper and Sally on the bed after I'd gotten moving that bedroom furniture by myself. That was a trip. I'll just do it on these. That's almost not enough color for me. I think what I'll do is add a little bit of this, and then I think I'll come through with a blue too. But I'm glad you liked it, Journey. I like to just randomly surprise folks and rotate around. So if I have your address, you might get a surprise in the mail from me. But if I don't have your address, I can't send a little surprise every once in a while. Ooh, this is kind of... Hi, Vicki Ross. I don't know if YouTube's going to let me play my whole time. Last Thursday it was. They kind of booted me off. I really feel like this metallic's not doing anything for me. And I don't have a spray bottle in my kit, so I can't spray these and do like I'd like. Anyway. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. Cricket Maze from India. Hello. Who has cookies? Somebody's got cookies and they're not sharing. The colored pencils I put down, they're not helping things, but I got color on the page. And until you try something, you don't know if it's going to work on here. So I'm just going to add some random other colors to fill in between the crayon marks since the color doesn't seem to be getting past them. This is going all crazy here. But we're going to keep going because there's always, every time you do something like this, there's always comes a point where everything just kind of goes crazy. And you just have to keep going with it until you get out of the crazy. Every single one of us will tell you that's on here. If you're new to doing art play, art journaling, any of that kind of stuff, there's always that cray-cray point. So I think I'm trying to use too small of a brush, but I don't think I have anything bigger. Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Isla. Isla, I have something for you. Okay, I'm going to try to pot this thing up I have for you, and I'm hoping it will get to you. I've got a plant for you on my windowsill at the cottage, and it's all rooted. I just need to put it in some dirt for a week, maybe. Make sure it's, survived being shoved into a pot of dirt. And then I've got that little pack of seeds I saved aside for you. So I will get them in the mail. I've been noticing a lot of people are getting in seeds from seed swaps on the homesteady type groups and channels I watch. I'm trying to think. You know what? I've got some white paint over there in the roller pan, and I'm really tempted to go stick my finger in it and bring it over here and just kind of. So I'm just going to put number 5 will be white. Add white. And yes, I pronounce the H. I just do. I don't say white. I say white. So I'm going to go get some house paint, and I don't think I do, Isla. Oh, I hate when this thing does that. Come on, now. Let me try this again. Hi, Ann. I got in I think it's a Baker's Creek. I'm going to stick my finger in this paint. I have some left in the pan that I'm going to use. We'll just randomly put some white on here. And it's a trim paint color. It's a gloss white. So I don't know what we'll get. Greg's probably going to laugh at me for bending over and dipping my finger in paint. He's having to head to work. I won't get to see him again until he gets off at 2:30 in the morning.
All right, I'm going to work.
All right.
I don't want to, but I'm going to.
All right. Well, have a safe night.
All right.
Don't let anybody do anything crazy with those fork trucks.
Oh, don't even get me started.
That girl hasn't broke anymore, has she?
No, we had one like right at closing slam into one of the pylons.
Oh, Lord. All right.
Anyways, love you.
Love ya. Bye.
I need my keys in order to leave, though.
You left them here on the table? No, you took them. Where are they? That you had set them right here, and then you.
Oh, I know where I told them.
All right. You're going to be late if you don't quit mucking about.
Not unless I drift.
Oh! Let me go rinse my finger off. Me and Grubhub are going to have dinner. I think I'm going to order off Grubhub after a while. All right, add white. I did that. Yay! All right, let me see. Ooh.
There we go.
All right, I copied that to my my board, so I'm going to delete that message so that nobody else gets it out of there. Okay, I got it. I have not dyed papers. I've done painty papers, and I've got some painty papers that Janet sent me. I need this to dry. So let's see, we're on 5. All right, so we've used these, and we've used these, and we used some paper. So we still have these as an option. I've got other watercolors. I got the ink tints. Let's, oh, this needs to be dry. I got oil pastels. Those are oil. Yeah, oil pastels. And I got these watercolors. I might see what else Janet has in here that maybe we can create layers with. Janet's got, it looks like coffee or tea dyed paper in here. Might use some of this too. Maybe put a piece of this down. And then I got the papers in the little book. Vicki, I put this together after I saw yours. I don't know if Vicki's still here or not, but after I saw your little book, I put this together. Shannon, I had bought this from Shannon, and I was wondering what I'd put in it. And then you showed your little bits and bob book. And I said, you know what? I'm going to copy Vicki, and I'm going to create me a little book that I can take with me when I travel to pull pieces out of. So that's what this is for. So I'm going to put on here, add coffee dyed paper as number 6. Add coffee or tea dyed paper. So Janet, I'm not sure what you dyed this with, so it's probably been so long you might even forget. So we'll use a bit of this graph paper that she dyed. This is coming in handy having this in my bag. I'm so glad I stuck it in there. This might be a really built up page, put it that way. I'll go back to the same glue because it's all I got. Vicki says, cool, copy away. I think it's going to save my fanny today because I don't really have a lot with me here because I decided I needed everything that would make me happy with me at the cottage. And so I emptied the house out of all the art supplies. So there's nothing here except what I bring back with me in my bag. This glue has a pretty good grab to it too. I mean, it's pretty quick. And for 99 cents from Tuesday morning, I need to check out the Tuesday morning again. See if they got this back in. You know, you never know what you're going to find at Tuesday morning or if something you got and liked will ever be there again. It's just kind of the, put some this other way. It's like a grab bag. You just never know what's going to be there. I don't think that paint was totally dry, but hey, Piper, you can come up here, honey, and she's the oldest cat in the family. She's 4. She's getting up on the chair that they've been allowed to disintegrate. When Cole came back, she was mad. I think she was glad that he had ran away. She doesn't like Cole much. But Greg was almost beside himself, worrying about that cat. He said, what if he's hurt? I said, he'll be okay. He'll show back up. And I was thinking, God, I hope that cat shows back up. Wish I had a glue gun. Not a glue gun, a hair dryer or heat gun here, but I don't. So just go as far as we can with this. I'll trim all that away because I do have scissors here. It's kind of funny. I don't have a little pair of scissors in this little kit of stuff. Oh, this has got painty papers and all kinds of stuff in it, Vicki, that I can use for, putting down collaging and stuff. What I'm thinking is I need to put maybe a small, like this watercolor set, maybe get a small set of tubes of acrylics, like sample size, that I could stick in my green box of stuff. Let's see. We'll look through this real quick and see if there's anything that I might like to add. All right. I'm not going to use this piece. I'm going to put this back in there. I ought to just leave it unwrapped so I could just keep picking things. My skin just popped from getting dry. My fingertips have just popped open. It's disgusting, but that's exactly what they've done. All right, so let's add painty papers. Painty papers will be 7. Let's see what we can do here. Kind of like this piece of drop paper simply because it's got little spots of the different colors. Do you want to come and say hi? Come on. They can't see you over there. She says, who's they? Who's here? Come here. I'll get this glue picked up. Come here, baby. Come on. Come on. She says it's stinky over there. I don't want that. You're not going to come over? Let's see. Let's push this up here and see if there's anything in here we think we should add. Some of these are envelopes that you guys have sent me. Bits of envelope, painty papers. There's a stamp. I like this weight of this paper. I need to do some painty papers on something like that. A lot of these are really thick because they're envelope paper. Let's set that one out. Let's see. Oh no, Joyce, that's awful. Let's pull that one out. I can always put these back in. It's no biggie. This is actually a blue-green metallic-y color. But I like this one too, this yellow. All of these are real metallic-y. These painty papers are some I had kind of buried. All right. And I put napkins in here too. Let's see if we can do something with these that I've pulled out. And I've got butterflies. A focal image will be one of them. So almost now I'm thinking maybe this one's too loud. So I might set that one aside. I really like that one. Maybe those two together. Hello. This is Becky. I'm doing good. Yes, that's fine. Yes. Yes. That 120 would actually be good. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Sorry about that, guys. I wanted to deal with it right then, or it would make me wonder. It was my doctor's office saying my doctor was going to be out of the office the day they'd given me an appointment. So they wanted to reschedule. And doctor's offices, you just never know what kind of news they might have. So I always like to answer the call, and it was nothing serious. And I've got my appointment rescheduled. So how do we want to do this? We need to bring some color back to the front of this. There's on there, and it's still pretty wet. All right. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Don't you hate that when they tell you one thing and then you find out it's another? This actually could be pretty cool looking. Get it so it's kind of raggedy. Oh, well, you know, when you pull paper towards you, you'll have one side where it doesn't show the white core, and then the other side, like where you pull this away, you'll have white bits showing. Well, for this, I don't want the white bits, but if you have the white bits, you can ink them and add another dimension. So I'm just going to flip this around, and that's just for anybody that never knew that. Now you know. Let me have this other piece of yellow. And I'm just tearing toward myself. And this part I won't use this time because I have black soot here, but I don't really want to use black soot right now. I'll just tear this little bit here. Put this piece. And save your little bits because you could like use another project. I'll shove them back in that little binder. So what do you think? Maybe one more yellow piece? Don't you hate the runaround of trying to get into like a barber or any of that kind of stuff? I get aggravated with it, you know. When you get there and they said they'll be back at such and such, and then you get back and then they're still not there. And let's put this yellow one down here. All right, I'm going to glue those on. Maybe put one way, one the other. I kind of like that. And then I'll save all these little bits. The longer pieces I can just fold and slide them in. And then these little teeny pieces I'll put in I'll put in Janet's binder. So I'll still have all the bits. And put this in here. How firm do you want them stuck down, Mary T? Because I'm asking because I have done a layered card before, and I used the repositionable Zot dots and just put like one dot to each layer, and then did my stamping and pulled them apart. And they came apart just fine with the removable. But you have to, when you buy your adhesive, make sure it says repositionable or removable. So we'll set that over there. Now glue these down. So we're going to use Painty Papers is 7. Let me get Janet's little envelope back here. Actually, these tiny little pieces I could add to the other, but Janet's got some Painty Papers in here too somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I thought I'll just put them in here with the stamped images so that I can use them. Because even these little squares make little cute little accents. And I am going to use one of these stamped butterflies she's done on book paper. There's a hummingbird too, but I like the butterflies. So we'll use one of those later. Oops. So let's glue our Painty Paper down. This is going to be a glue heavy thing here. Page. Brain stepped out for a minute. I think I'm going to do graphite pencil will be the next prompt. So if you want to type that in, Janet, we'll use a graphite pencil next. This is some sticky glue. Gives you a little bit of work time. I'm going to check chat real quick before I go on to graphite pencil so that this stuff can have a second to dry. I didn't think to grab my, brain checked out again. Heat gun with me. So prompt 8, graphite pencil. And what I'm going to do with the graphite pencil is everything I glued down I'm going to grab a blending stub and a graphite pencil, and I'm going to go around the pieces that I added and then wet them a little bit to make the graphite move around a little. Let me get another cloth here because this is, oh, Mary Hill. Hey, Mary Hill and Barbara Clark. Hello. See if we can smoosh some of this glue about here since I'm using a liquid glue. I tell you guys what, after this week down here working on this house, I'm going to need a week to like sleep. I mean, I've been sleeping okay. Not great, but okay. I need to write the graphite pencil down. What did I do with the pen? There it is. Graphite pencil. And I'm going to get a blending stub. I'm going to use that one's never been sharpened. This is a 6B graphite pencil. You can do this with your finger if you don't have a blending stub, but I have a blending stub here, so why use my finger? Whichever is at the top of the pile is what I'll outline. And then I'll go around some of the napkin here. Beginning to regret having all them layers. I might wet this a little bit. I'm going to outline everything and then go back with the stub. Uh-oh, I went silent. Sorry, guys. I get in the zone. So my brother-in-law and wife are down because he has worked for a company that's located here for all of his career, and now he comes down here to train, new people. And he was talking about he'd like to retire soon. But they come down, and she just comes with him because they have a mountain house, and they sometimes she stays up there by herself, but this time her sister had surgery. So she's down here helping her sister. And they got a fifth wheel camper that they're staying in. Uh-oh, that one's not glued down all the way. We'll just do that. Let's see. Did I get it all? I think I did. I can always pick it back up. Coffee. Coffee. Uh-oh. Janet sent me most of these papers, and then I got some other papers from everybody else that had mailed me painty papers at one time, because that's what I put in that book, was like some offcuts of some painty paper that I'd gotten and used parts of. That's what I put in that little book. Got my stub too wet. Now it's all, it's falling over. I just want to move that graphite around a little. I think I ruined that one. Let's try again. Just trying to scrub that so it's got not as harsh looking lines and kind of looks like a shadow. I used house paint. Part of the house is in this. Isn't that funny? This just kind of makes it look like it's burnt paper. Probably jiggling, you guys. Sorry. Right. Graphite pencil. We'll use that one. So we'll put this back together. Yes. Hi, Tanya. You're waiting on a plumber. Scott called. We had a window that opened up from the kitchen here into the bonus room. Well, when we redid the kitchen and den area, we took that window out. So we need somebody to come and brick that back up, that opening out there. So Scott's got a call in, and I'm supposed to hear from this guy, but so far nothing. All right. So Number 9, what should we do next? I don't want to add any more watercolor or any of that. And I think I've got my full of colored pencils. So those are out. Let's doodle. You guys want to doodle some? Let's see. I've got Sharpies, and I'll just put Sharpie. Number 9, doodle with Sharpie. In fact, these guys were supposed to be here a little after noon. Whoa. I would say it's a lot afternoon. Doodle with a Sharpie. Let's see. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Maybe just outline whatever this design is on here. You'll have to ask them, was it a little afternoon in what time zone? Because for me, it's already after 4, and for you, it's after 3. That's more than a little. I'm getting a glare from the light above, so I don't know if I'm actually doodling where the edge of these things are or not, but I'm trying. Doing the best I can with what was in the bag. Sometimes it's good to limit yourself, like go through your room and just grab like 10 or 12 things and limit yourself to them. For me, it's 12 minutes past 9 at night. So you're across the ocean, Fran. And see, that's why I started coming on at 3 p.m. Eastern instead of my 7 o'clock, because I was hoping to connect with more of the UK ladies that I watch. I'm itching to get to my sewing machine. I can't wait to get back and sew something, anything. I just want to sew something. I don't think that's correct, but let's see. It's going to have to be yeah, see, it was supposed to be more curved. And then these are more curved, really. But it's doodling. It's not supposed to be perfect. Been watching Star Trek Voyager while I work instead of YouTube videos, because YouTube videos, I just get too interested and then I stop working, and then that's not going to work. So that's why I've just popped in and out on everybody's lives and videos. I give you a few minutes of watch time, not as much as I normally do, but I have to stay focused. And I need to take the door that runs from the kitchen to the bonus room. I need to take it down, but it's got this copper-like seal that the original owner must have hand nailed on there with like 70,000 nails. I kid you not. There's a nail every 3/4 to an inch. Mary found what she was looking for. Mary T. Isn't it wonderful when you find something that'll work for you? I got my double-sided tape in from Scrapbook Pal so I can work on my journal, my envelope journal, which I brought with me. And I brought it with me in case I needed a sanity break to give me something to just piddle with. You know, I could do a couple pages and then go back to work. But so far I haven't done any pages. I've got my little list that I made for myself that would be the bare minimum that I got done, and I've got almost everything on it done. What I really need is for it to warm up just a little bit and dry the ground up enough that I can mow that backyard, because that backyard back there, I kid you not, is about 2 foot deep in sections. And that's a big no-no in the city. And I told Greg, I said, you've got to mow the lawn. He said, I will. I'll do it. So far, I haven't seen it happen. So I need to have it mowed before I go back. If the stinking weather will cooperate. If it would just give me a day and a half, I could get out there and get that taken care of. But I've been kind of listening for the phone as well, for that guy to call to say when he could come by and look at the job. Scott thought he was going to call somebody, I think, and have them come right out this week. But I kind of knew it would be more than that, because you got to schedule. And that guy's probably already scheduled way out. So I might have to come down again. I do have the termite inspection letter, because in the South, you've got to have a yearly termite inspection. And if you don't keep it current and you get termites, then you have to pay the full price of termite treatment. So for $138 a year, they come and inspect and make sure I stay clear of the termites, which are bad in the South. So I've got them coming on the 9th, and I need to tell Greg he's going to have to get up and let them look in the bonus room. I'm hoping we can take some more boxes out of there so they can look around and tap on the wall and all that kind of stuff, because you can't visibly see the flooring and all out there, because it used to be a garage. And it's now it's always been an enclosed shop or studio, because the man that originally owned this house was a stonemason and stone cutter. And he also was a rock collector. So, yeah. Oh, you'll get there, Mary T. I think I've gummed up this brand new Sharpie. Let's see. It's not wanting to write anymore. That's why it should always be super, super dry when you use a marker on a page. Let's see if we can get this dried off here. Have consultants, exactly. So what should I order from Grubhub? I'll have to look and see who all they pick up from. I wish Nick's House of Pizza was on the list, because I know what I'd get from them. Some Greek potatoes with beef tips over rice. Things I'm not supposed to eat. But I've been craving, and we can't get them in Greenville. At least we have not found a place as good as Nick's House of Pizza. But I did this to myself because I didn't see any point in us burning all that much gas. And Scott's got to come back down Saturday anyway. And I said, I'll just stay down without a car, and that'll make me stay focused, and I won't be skinnying off to all the craft stores and nosing about where I don't belong. Oh, this is not writing very well. I feel like I need to be standing on one toe with my tongue hanging out to get this just right. And you don't have to do that when you're doodling, Becky. Just do it. It's just a doodle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Well, I doodled around those. What else should I doodle around? I'm going to do the lines on the graph paper darker. Do them all this direction, and then I'll turn the book and do them all the other direction. So I don't have to turn it back and forth and back and forth. Nope. All right, we're getting there. That's still kind of wet in it. Chelsea told me to get some black Poscas, and I have them, but I don't have any way to speed up the drying, so Scott got me a box of these Sharpies for part of my Christmas stocking bits. So I figured I'd use one of them. Hopefully I'm not going to ruin it completely. Some of these, it's hard to tell where the lines are. We were talking the other day about how nice it would be if weekends, that every other weekend we could like drive somewhere and instead of having to drive down here and work on the house. Oh, Gigi, good night. Sorry I missed you. All right, so I doodled with a Sharpie. Let's see, that's 9. Number 10. Let's add a focal image. Add focal image. And I've got an image in here that Janet had sent me. Those look like rub-ons. I don't know if they are or not. They look like them. All right, what do you guys think? Or the green? Orange or green? The pencil work? Doo-doo. The camera is not liking the metallic paint. Green, 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 green. Okay. So we'll put the green. Put this butterfly back in here if I can find out which pocket. Now, Janet, you also sent me hummingbirds. So what do you, butterfly or hummingbird? Next question, butterfly or hummingbird? She sent me several different little hummingbirds. do the butterfly with the green. I think that's going to look good. I'll do that. Butterfly with the green. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to get a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut kind of around it. Or should I leave it square? Or should I tear it? Let's. I'm going to tear it. That edging technique I learned from Packer Dye when she used to do like a almost a daily index card. She would always do that with a Stabilo all pencil, and then I discovered a regular graphite instead of the name brand Stabilo worked just as good. Tear with a brush. Too late, Barbara. I'm almost all the way around. That would have helped, but that's okay. We'll save the little bits because you never know when you might want to just put a few little bits somewhere. Then we got to glue her down. I think I'm going to have to get me a chunk one in here. Oh, somehow I get the thinking I should go check and make sure coal didn't slip out on Greg real quick. I hope y'all don't mind. Let me go. I'm going to plop this down and then go peek and see if he's still up on his throne. I have a stack of boxes with a pillow on top of it out there, and he likes to get way up at the top. Let me just peek out there and make sure the little booger hadn't escaped. He's still up there, sound asleep. I think he's tired. Okay. You know what I'm thinking about doing now is coloring the butterfly in with some ink tints. Uh-oh, I see a bunch of hummingbirds. But now I've done the butterfly. I'm going to use these. I think I'm done with the pack from Janet, so I'm going to set it aside. See, my fingers just split open again. A different finger this time. Oh, that hurts. If I remember right, there's a brush in here. I need something to get this out with. I can't wait for Mary to go back to her urban sketching. I think that's how I found Mary, was urban sketching videos. Well, I'm back to holding my mouth just right. Oh. Yay! Mary says she's getting the bug too. Yay! I can't wait. I mean, this butterfly is pretty, but I think we can add some color here and there and doodad him up. Such a pretty stamp. This is a stamp, right, Janet? Do you know who made this stamp? Because it's awful pretty. I don't think I have one this big. I have a couple butterflies, but I don't think I have one that stamps out this large. What I'm thinking is stamp this out on Shrinky Dink plastic and color it in with colored pencils really good, and then carefully cut it out and then heat it up, shrink it down. It would be considerably smaller, but wouldn't that be a cute thing to add to a journal as a charm? We might have to do that. I found my Shrinky Dink plastic and I had drawn and colored in some cats a long time ago. And then I saw somebody heating up the Shrinky Dink plastic with their heat gun. And I said, I never thought of that. I've always done it in the oven. So I just used my heat gun and I shrunk those little cats down. I've got them on my table up at the other house. I'll have to try to remember to show you guys those things because they were so stinking cute. There's a reason I left some green and some opening spaces on the body. I have a gold. So prompt 11, I'm going to add gold. Actually, what I'm adding to this now, I'm painting in my focal image, so I don't know how many prompts we're going to have today. I'll write everything down. Ink tints is number 11. Well, that's the, I couldn't see those dots for the writing on the page. Hi, Maria. That'd be awesome, Janet. Whoops, got too much water. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's not his eyeball. I mean, that's not his wing. Becky, you're coloring outside the lines, woman. Try again. That's what happens when I look up to read y'all's chat. See what you made me do? That's what Greg did when he was little. If I'd say, go clean your room up, and he'd drop something, I'd get told, see what you made me do? I said, I didn't make you do that. Your hands did that. Because you're mad because I'm telling you got to clean up. See, you made me do that. I said, you're being silly. So I ordered the tiny little fairy book. So I'm going to do the fairy project, but mine's going to be smaller, which probably works best for me time-wise. And I'm going to, if we go to the Goodwill clearance, I'm going to look through the books and see if I can find any other fairy books that maybe I could pull stuff out of. Marge West, it's with Tanya and Lisa, My Eclectic Life. They're doing a fairy book project. I think it's in May. Is that right? Y'all help me out because I don't remember exactly when they're going to do it. I think it's April, May. I'm going to write ink tints down before I forget to do it. $12 will be the gold. And then I'm going to put down here bonus prompts because I'm going to do some more stuff. I'm just in the mood to do stuff that's not painting a wall, a door, or Hi, Samantha Owens. I'm just ink tensing this butterfly up a bit. I'm pretty sure what Janet's used on this page is watercolor, so it's lifting a little bit of the color, not a lot, but a little bit. And I wish I had my dryer here. I really do. Mary's been a shopping today, it sounds like. She's out running errands. Well, I think they're deconstructing the book. So that had some black on it still. I'm using a maraschino cherry bottle for my water because it's what I could find in the cabinet. I'm telling you guys, living between two houses is for the birds. One house, one dwelling, one garden, all of that makes me happy. That would be so cool if we could get a house up where his daddy grew up, Scott's daddy. That would be neat. But we'll see, because we got to get this place sold first before we can even start really dreaming hard up there. All right, I'm going to let that dry a bit and catch up with you guys in Chat. Woo, chat. See if I can find the mouse. Whoops. Took me over to the Facebook tab. I'm going to do gold in a little bit. I want to add one more color to the butterfly, but I want the black and the two yellows to dry. I'm going up here to see what. Bought me a new phone charger, water sprayer, and a hairbrush. Whoop, whoop. I had to wet my hair down. My hair has grown out long enough that when I sleep and it's a little damp after a shower, I wake up with, I don't know, what's that guy's name that was can't remember his name now. Had big hair. Good night, Fran. Oh, that's cool. Mary got the copies of the stamps made. Mary carved a whole bunch of stamps and then gave them away throughout, was it December or January? I don't remember. Stick figures with wings. Hummingbird, bedhead. Yep, I had major bedhead, Marge. Hey, Dawn. Aw, thanks. My little cousin that's sitting with me in my Facebook header, she and I were both born in March, but Heather was born with a club foot. So when she was a baby, they broke her foot and put her in a cast. From my understanding, they don't do that anymore. And then she had to wear these special shoes that had metal rods that ran up the side of her leg when she started walking. No, not Carrot Top. The guy that went with the wrestlers. I can't remember his name. Al something, I think. Yeah, I think the whole fairy project has to do with the flower fairies. The art by the artist that did all those flower fairies. Because I got the, because we're doing this in the spring, I ordered from Amazon the spring flower fairies. Carved December. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Einstein would be really close too, Anne. I mean, my hair is thick on top, and it's just it's not good. That's the book you found. From my understanding, Marge, Tanya was saying it's smaller than the books she and Lisa are going to use, but that's perfect for me. Something about the size of this would be perfect for me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the third color on here so I can move on to the gold. I should have wet this before I started yammering away. Then it would be ready to go. I think the young couple next door gave up painting and went back inside. They were trying to paint outside today. All I could think of is so overcast, it's never going to dry. We spoke for a moment, and then I came back in. And then they went back in. They might have got sprinkled on. The black is not dry. That's the downside of having to use just what's in your travel bag. It's not going to be as nice as the two yellows. What's really funny is my sister Robin and my mother look exactly alike. It's like mom didn't birth Robin, she cloned her. I mean, she just looks exactly like our mother. And I'm not sure who I look like. It's with this hair. With what I found out with family history, the hair is genetic from my real grandmother's heritage. So if you do ancestry or any of that, be prepared for some surprises. Because you older generations, you like to keep some major secrets. It's been my experience. Secrets don't stay secrets. They all come out eventually. Might as well be telling the truth to begin with. Just my opinion. Might have to put a little spritzer bottle in here too for these things. Yeah, I could do that. It's just I don't want to have like 2 or 3 of everything. My problem is Don King. That's exactly who I was thinking. Yes, Chris, that's it. I had Don King hair this morning. It was large and in charge. Man, I rocked the 80s hairstyle. I had big hair. I didn't like hairspray though, so I just did my hair, and if it fell down, I just didn't use hairspray. Don King. Yep, that's exactly who I was thinking. Exactly. Why was I thinking Al Green? Al Green does the morning news, or did the morning news. I don't know what he does now. See, we watch news online. We don't watch it on the TV, because we don't own a TV. This really needs to dry quicker for me. I don't think Greg has a hair dryer. Greg's got big hair like his mama. And it's going gray. Poor kid. He hates it. But I went gray in my 20s. And I fought it for years. And then when I got to be in my 40s and it was having to be dyed like every other week because it would grow that fast, I said, forget it. I'm not going to spend all this money. My frugality took over my vanity. I was like, nope, not doing that anymore. I got a late start this morning, but I got this dining room door finished painted, and before I came on here, And when I was doing some touch up and trying to get the hinges all back on it and everything, I moved it a little bit, and Scott has made us these boards to put on the top of the sawhorses, and they have 2 screws that stick up. Well, I shoved it just enough to mess up the paint job on the back side of the door. So after I got it hung, I had to paint the back side of the door again. Yes, I think we're all ready for spring, Mary. I know I am. I think Scott and I are looking forward to having a goof off weekend, even though we'll have to drag the dog with us everywhere we go. If we decide to stop at places along the way, we'll have to leave the windows cracked and take her out to potty as we go along. Remember, I'm going to add gold to this butterfly too. And I'll probably add a quote and a border. As well. Sorry, can't paint. Thanks, Carla. Hey, Carla, I didn't see you. Hello. Trace is here. Oh, I don't like the way that sounds. 15 to 25 centimeters of snow tomorrow. No thanks. Okay, Dawn, thanks for coming by. And Marge is getting snow right now. Thanks, Janet. Oh. I need to maybe carve a stamp to put on envelopes and stuff like Mary does that's of the 3 cats. But see, we don't have just 3 cats. Let's see, where did I mess up? Maybe. We have 4 cats plus 3 grandchildren cats. 1 very naughty coal cat. One of my classmates said her boyfriend says that tuxedo cats are the baddest cats of them all. They just do things that's so naughty all the time. And you know what? He is the worst cat we've ever had as far as being naughty goes. Sally and Piper, they're kind of sleepy hogs. I mean, Sally was running around earlier and Piper came to see what I was doing, but most of the time they're sleeping. Like Piper's probably back there on the bed in the middle bedroom where I moved our bedroom, and she's been sleeping with me this week. I'm not going to worry about that black one blob there getting all blobby. So I might add my border and let this dry some, and maybe look through the little box of words and see if we've got something that'll go with a butterfly. And that'll give this time to dry, and I can add gold bits to it here and there. I get those gold pens off Amazon and I absolutely love them. These like this. They are a Uniball Signo Gold. I love these pens. They are awesome. Uh-oh, that didn't go as planned. But we were talking about maybe going to the Goodwill clearance here. And if we go here, we'll just leave Bernadette here in the backyard and run check them out. We want to see if we can find some nice mats like I did at the one up in Greenville in the bins, because I found like brand new rugs just at the bins, and you pay $1.25, I think it is, per pound of whatever you can stick in your trash can. Some of the Goodwill clearance have buggies, carts, trolleys, whatever y'all call them, shopping carts. But ours here in South Carolina, they have these rolling trash cans, and they have a liner in them, and you just roll that around with you, and you put stuff down in it as you go. And then when you get up front, they just roll that whole thing up on the scales and weigh it, and that's what you pay for by the pound. And books are 25 cents a pound, so you can get a whole bunch of books for next to nothing. All right, I'm going to let this, I've got this little Altoids tin with little words in it that maybe there's something in here. I'll just dump them out. That says Feel the Glow. Some tea bag tabs. That's a little magnet. There's some lips. Top 20 best in the spirits. Oh, this is off a Larceny. Is it a bourbon? Whiskey. Your secret weapon. Make a splash. That says children. Because you're worth it. Seriously sculpted. Nah. Feel money. Let's see. In a hot minute. Think it up. Well, there's not very many words in here. So 24 karat nudes. That must be a makeup ad. Fleeing family, finding home. The clock is running. Go. Dig right on in. Will pot make you beautiful? Smoke enough of it, you'll think you look great. Something your dreams. Worth it. It's a little coin, some hearts, it's a clock. All right, so maybe Feel the Glow. That's sunglasses with eyeballs in it. Or in a hot minute. Mary's sleepy. Mary, you might need to take a nap real quick. Maria's leaving. Bye, Maria. Thanks for coming by. The clock is running. That doesn't make a sense. Your dreams. Feel the glow in a hot minute. Dig right on in. I don't like any of those. So I might do everything except the quote and then look a quote up on the desktop over there because I can't print from my laptop here. We can't get my computer to talk to this printer. So, but I'm going to do gold is number 12, but then I'm going to add border and a quote. And I might even doodle some more, like do a butterfly's trail behind it. So I'm going to do the border. Use the paper mate. Let's see how a paper mate does. Bye, Mary. Mary too. A nap sounds good. Well, if you're going to go on with Sharon later. Whoops. Just doing a squiggly line. Maybe I should get out the Posca pen. We'll open the gold. I think I might need to let this dry before I put my gold pen on there. If I can get this Posca open, I'll do a little doodling and do a little bit more to the border. But I want to use this Posca pen, and it's got one of those unforgiving shrunk wrapped plastic on it. They need to put one of those little tabs like they put on cigarette packs that you could like get a hold of to get this open. See, I've cut my nails real short because I didn't want to like break them or pull them back hard, doing all this other stuff. So is there a project in mind, Mary, for you and Sharon, or are you just guys going to work on something random? You're welcome. Oh, man. I've got scissors here. I don't know if that'll help me or not. Ooh, I think it did. Ooh, that was a good idea. There's the bottom of the wrapper. And the top's coming off with the lid. And I think I can get that off. I haven't shaken this very long, so I need to shake it some more before I try to get it going. Ah, gotcha. Now, tomorrow I'm not doing a live because I'm down here at the house and there's 2 closet doors sitting in here that I have to sand and then prime and then put at least a minimum of 2 coats of paint on it. And then I've got to take, when they're done, if I can get them done, because the weather's just not cooperating. It's just too moist. The paint is just not drying. You know, on a hot day, you can do a coat of paint and wait 30 minutes and you can do another coat of paint. But this is just not working out that way. But once I get those done, the next thing that needs to go across the sawhorses is that door that goes out to the bonus room. So I'll probably do that if I have time. But like I said, I've got to figure out how to get that 75,000 nails out of that, whatever that copper metal stuff is. I think he put it on there as a windbreak, or I mean a vapor barrier. I don't know what he put it on there for. Yeah, I'm going to turn it into a paintbrush, that's for sure. Or at least crack apart. It's starting to get black. Here we go. I'm going to go over that paper mate. lines. Okay, let's see. My hands definitely feel like that. I was telling the couple next door, because they were painting the exterior on their porch earlier. I told them, I said, you'll get to where your hands feel just like a paintbrush. And they've got that molding on the top of their porch. I think it's called a tooth molding, where it's a bunch of little squares and she's got to go around each one of those. I kind of like that ours don't have that. That this house does not have that. Once this is good and dry and I've had some time to doodle on it some more, I might use some of that coating that I have in my little green box, this sparkle glaze, so the whole page will sparkle. Don't get in the... Add a few dots here and there. Well, I want Mary to have time to take a nap, so I think I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll share this in group in Phibbsville as well as in Aunt Beck's Creations. So let's see. I'm going to finish these dots and then I'm going to sign off. And I'll add the gold, and I'll go in search of a quote. I don't know, what kind of quote should I find? What does it, maybe a springtime quote about butterflies? Scott, his job is up in Greenville area. He works in Liberty, South Carolina. So we had to move up there for that job. In the Columbia area, there's too many people that do his same type of work in Columbia, and the industries that supported that aren't here anymore. So he had to get a job in the upstate, just so he could be in a position that he was happy in, plus he could be making the money that he really deserved to be making, which he wasn't at the time. And there was a whole lot of reasons why we ended up in Greenville, but his job is up there. So that's why we're trying to get this place ready to sell, because our life is not here anymore. Our life is in Greenville. So we need to move forward. Greg's thinking he's going to just stay here now because he's got that gal friend, of course, which I understand. But I told him, I said, you're going to have to make some decisions soon. If winter comes, I like that quote. I'm going to put that on here. I'll print it up on the computer because my handwriting's not the best these days. I'll look it up and find out who wrote it, so I can put that on here. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? Hmm. Doodly, doodly, doodly. I'm trying not to stick my arm in the wet paint because this is a paint pen. But I'll print that up and stick it down. And when all this is good and dry, I'll come in with my gold pen and, do maybe go around all the black spots and then do some gold on his body and just kind of doodle it up a little bit more. So next week, I don't really have a project in mind for next Thursday yet. So if you guys want to post some ideas maybe of projects you might like to do, maybe we could do a tag book together of just decorated tags. I love my Bohemian tag book that we did that big swap on. I love that thing. I've packed it away now, and I'm looking forward to the day I can have it out and have it on display again. And I put the spring tags we did last year together on a ring and have them hanging up at the moment. So maybe we'll do a tag book of sorts. I'll think on it. So I think that's where I'm going to leave this, and I'll do gold and maybe coat the whole thing in sparkle and add a quote. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much. And thanks for the quote, Barbara Clark. I'm going to use it. Percy by Ode to the West Wind. Percy I have a good mind to just write it in my scratchy writing as the butterflies trail behind it. Okay, guys, take care. So next Thursday, maybe we'll go ahead and do tags. All right, bye, guys.